Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from Group 3 and we will present about signal to noise ratio. Okay, this is our group members. Okay, I will pass to the next presenter.
I am Sulaiman Muhammad Kamaluddin. My matric number is PE 190010. The signal to noise ratio is a measure used in science and engineering that compares the level of a desired signal to the level of background noise. Noise level can be affected by environmental factors such as temperature and humidity. The ratio is typically expressed as a signal numeric value is indicates the ratio can be 0, a positive number or negative number. A signal to noise ratio of 0 dB indicates the signal level is greater than the noise level. The higher the ratio, the better the signal quality. We try to explain this value that how we proceed our group project. First, everyone had enough time. We gave him enough time to think about the project, about the problem. So we had a lot of idea. Some of the members presented their ideas, and then we give everyone chance to explain his point of view. We proceed until the group member has shared debate, and then we shared our own views.
Okay, my name is Nulana Balkis binti Hairi, matric number AE190058. I will present about Fila table. Okay, first the facts is receiver bandwidth. The ideas, the wider the bandwidth, the greater the noise. Learning issue, the other factors to be considered to increase the noise, and the action we take to widen the bandwidth of the receiver, thus we will increase the noise. Second, designing camera. The idea, use high quality sensor or electronic device. Learning issue, it's some ways of improving SNR. The action we take to increase system SNR. Third, noise interfere with the original message signal and corrupt the parameters of the message signal. The ideas, using the formula to determine the highest SNR output. Learning issue, how the noise affect the SNR to increase the output. The action, determine the SNR output based on the analysis, conclusion and information gathered. Fourth, the facts is resolve the noise impairment problem by proposing the best solution with the highest SNR level. The ideas, to get the signal to noise ratio, subtract the noise value from the signal strength value to find the quantifiable difference between the intense signal strength and the unwanted noise. The learning issue, what are the equation to be used, and the action we take, calculate the SNR by using it formula. Signal to noise power ratio is the ratio of the signal power level to the noise power. Mathematically, S over N is equal to PS over PN. Okay, next I will pass to the next presenter.
My name is Adila binti Nasaruddin. My matrix number AE190074. Okay, so I will continue to explain about question 1, which is main of this project. Okay, so based on the project, we need to propose a solution to produce the highest signal to noise ratio, which is SNR, output of the communication system, from consistently 5 watt receive signal and bandwidth of 400 millihertz. Okay, so look at here. This is a solving process. So based on this diagram, we have 3 amplifier. This is the amplifier 1, this is the amplifier 2, and this is the amplifier 3. Okay, so these 3 amplifier are connected with the input signal with 5 watt and also connected to the SNR. Okay, so for this, for each amplifier, they have their own temperature and dB. This first amplifier is 4 dB, second amplifier is 5 dB, and the last one is 20. And then for the temperature, amplifier 1 with 77 Celsius, amplifier 2 with 300 Kelvin, and the last one is 450 Kelvin. Okay, so we move to the solution. Let's have another step to make this project. So first is convert the dB to unitless using formula S is equal to 10 log Y. Okay, so we start with the amplifier 1. We use this formula. So AP1 is equal to 4 dB. So we just need to insert 10 log 10 AP1 is equal to 4 dB, and then log 10 AP1 is equal to 0.4, and the last one we got AP1 is equal to 2.512 unitless. And for the second amplifier, which is amplifier 2, we use the same step, and the last one we got AP2 is equal to 3.162. And for the third amplifier, since AP3 is equal to 20 in unitless, so we don't need to convert. Okay, so we go to the step 2, which is we need to find the noise temperature using equivalent noise temperature formula, which is TE. So first, the most thing, we need to convert unit in Celsius to Kelvin. And this is the formula of equivalent noise temperature. TE is equal to T1 plus T2 over A1 plus T3 over A1 multiplied by A2. So we got TE, we just insert the value, and then we got TE is 526.0881 Kelvin. And then step 3, we need to find the input noise power, which is N in, noise power in. Okay, so N in is equal to KT sys B. So we need to arrange this formula. So we got T sys is equal to T in plus TE. And then N in is equal to K multiplied by T in plus TE multiplied by B. So we got, we need to insert the value, and we got N in is equal to 4.604 PW. Watt, sorry. Okay, next, which is step 4. We need to find the overall power gain for the system, AT. Okay, so at this formula, we need to multiply all the amplifier. So AT is equal to A1 multiplied by A2 and multiplied by A3. So we just need to insert the value that we got before, and then AT is equal to 158.86. Okay, next is step 5, which is find the noise power for the system, just N out. So N out is formula AT is equal to N out over by N in. So we need to arrange this formula. So we got N out is equal to AT multiplied by N in. So we insert the value, and we got N out is equal to 0.731 microwatt. Okay, so next is step 6. Find the noise factor for these 3 amplifier, which is Fn. So we start with, we need to calculate for all amplifier. So we start with the amplifier 1. F1 is equal to 77 plus 273, which is, this is for Kelvin, and then over by 290 plus 1. So for amplifier 1, the noise factor, we got 2.207, and we also need to just follow the step. And for F2, we got, for amplifier 2, we got F2 is equal to 2.034, and amplifier 3 is 2.552. Alright, so the step 7 is find the total noise factor, which is FT, for 3 cascaded amplifier using Friis formula. Okay, so this is the Friis formula. FT is equal to F1 plus F2 minus 1 over A1 plus F3 minus 1 over A2 multiplied by A1 multiplied by A2 plus Fn minus 1 over A1 multiplied by A2, and so on. So if you have 4 amplifiers, so just multiply with 3 multiplying with 4. Okay, so this is, we just insert the value, and the last one we got FT is equal to 2.614. Okay, next, step 8, which is find the noise factor of 3 cascaded amplifier, which is Fsys. So for the Fsys, this is the formula 1 plus Ft minus 1 multiply with T over T in. So Fsys, we got 2.708. Okay, and then this is the step 9, which is find the noise figure of 3 cascaded amplifier, which is Nfsys. So for this is the formula 10 log 2.708. So we got Nfsys is 4.326 dB. And then step 10 is find the input signal to noise ratio, which is SNR input. So this is the formula. SNR input is equal to S in over N in. So we got SNR input is 1.086 multiplied by 10 power of 12. And then last step is find the output signal to noise ratio SNR output, which is the output signal is the solution that we need to find. Okay, so this is the formula. SNR output is equal to SNR input over Fsys. So we need to insert, and we got SNR output is 0.401 Tesla. Okay, so this is the calculation, and this is the result that we want for this question number 1. I'll pass to the next.
My name is Muhammad Farhan Biwang Sulong. My metric number is AE190008. So for the question 2, without considering the mentioned condition and limitation, what could you propose to further enhance the output SNR? So for the signal level has a large effect on the ratio of the signal to sound, and therefore the signal level must be specific. Typically, when determining the sensitivity level in terms of SNR, the signal input level required to provide a signal to a noise ratio of fixed number, usually 10 decibel is specific. For the modulation, the ratio of signal to noise will depend on the type of modulation used. Usually, the signal to noise ratio is used for AM and SSB. Moreover, it was found that when using AM, the level of modulation had an effect. The higher the modulation level, the higher the audio output from the receiver. When measuring the noise performance, the audio output from the receiver is measured, and therefore the level of AM modulation has an effect. Typically, a 30% modulation level is selected for this measurement. For the bandwidth, since bandwidth has a direct effect on noise level, the bandwidth must be specific in the specification. The bandwidth figures used are usually related to the type of modulation used, usually 6 kHz for AM, 3 kHz for SSB, and narrower for MOS. Next, for the temperature, theoretically, temperature affect the noise level because most receiver noise is heat. Thus, temperature does have an effect, but the temperature is assumed to be room temperature 20 degrees Celsius. For PD and EMF, the specification should state whether the input signal level is PD or EMF. In practice, this is rarely done, and it is usually assumed that the measurement is a potential difference. For the frequency, in most signal-to-noise ratio sensitivity specification used in datasheet for radio receiver, this signal-to-noise ratio is given for various frequency bands. Since the sensitivity of the radio itself varies for different frequency and bands, it is necessary to provide an appropriate eye sensitivity figure.
My name is Abdul Hakiman bin Abdullah. My metric number AE190055, and now I would like to explain for the conclusion. So for the conclusion, we can conclude that when we were talking about noise, it is generally defined as an unwanted disturbance in an electrical signal and an error or undesired random disturbance of a useful information signal in communication system. So after we perform these activities, we also learn about various types of electrical noise and digital modulation technique in communication system. Besides, we are able to solve the question given, which are the purpose for a practicable solution and purpose to further enhance the output of SNR. In order to further enhance the output of SNR, we are using the effect of bandwidth and found that the wider the bandwidth of the receiver, the greater the level of the noise, hence we are able to get the high output of SNR. So that's all for our presentation for these activities. Thank you.